Hello lads and lasses and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Newcastle's 3-1 loss to Brighton last night. An awful loss. I didn't think we were going to lose that game. I thought we were going to get a draw, but no. Absolutely awful. I watched about the first half an hour before I had to move on and do something. It was at the cinema, if you really want to know. Lovely. So I've watched highlights. I've watched the 3-minute highlights because for whatever reason there's no extended highlights anywhere, which is just fantastic. I didn't even want to see what happened anywhere. But I can talk about the first half an hour or so. I can talk about the goals that were seen, and then I can get on to the BS review. So we started off really well, I thought. Isaac had 2 half chances. We done well to win the ball up further up the field. I mean, Miggy used his right foot, so I thought things were going to go well. And then we conceded because of Pope. Entirely because of Pope. He wallops the ball to Estepinian for absolutely no reason. You can clear that ball out, give them a throw-in, or you can give it to Trips. He has those 2 options, but no. He just pings it to Estepinian. No reason for it. So many other options. He bins it. So Estepinian comes forward. Matoma has a shot, I think, that he misses. Comes out of Billy Gilmore of all people, and he smacks one at goal. Pope there is unlucky to not gather that ball. It's a very hard hit shot. Probably shouldn't have thingied it, like patted it down or something. Could have done something else, but I'll give him it. He was unlucky there. And then it drops to Evan Ferguson. And Pope really easily could have, dove at him with his body, shield the ball. No, he's going to dive at him with his feet like an idiot. I don't know why he's done that. Because there's no other place for that ball to go but the place you would dive at. So why have you put your feet in the way? It's stupid. And I could have shouted on the bus. I was on the bus when this happened, and I nearly shouted. One of the worst things I've seen from Nick Pope since that red card against Liverpool. The man does some stupid stuff, and his shot saving is pretty okay, but his distribution is awful, and he showed it in this game. He comes out the box for no reason to get rid of the ball, which a lot of the time could put us in a lot more danger if he doesn't get it right. He's got it right most of the time, except that Liverpool game, of course. It's something. It is something. So that goal entirely his fault, and that you can't disagree with that. The second goal for Brighton, because after this we had an attack from Gordon and Joe Linton, which thought was okay. He got the shot. It wasn't a great shot, but it could have been worse. Gordon, I thought, played all right in that half an hour that I've seen. And then the second goal came along in the second half, which I didn't get to see, which was yes, it was the Evan Ferguson long shot. For some reason, we gave him all that space. No one was closing down. Now I understand Dan Burn has to back off because there's just the defender, the attacker running off the back of him. Anderson gets there in a slow jog. There's no one else near Evan Ferguson at that time. They've parted like the river. And the worst part of it all is Nick Pope has all that time to react to where that ball is going. He's so good at reacting in an instant to when a ball's been hit from a corner or when there's many bodies in front of him. But when he can see the ball travelling to his left-hand side, he has all that time in the world, and he stands there for far too long before making that dive. It is stupid. One of the worst. I don't know what happened to him this game, but he's had an absolute stinker. No, we've got to wonder if he's going to be one of the people we have to replace next summer, if we can get the money. Because, of course, we have to get Europe again if we want to be spending money like we're spending. We have to be able to. We're probably going to have to sell players, which isn't something we've done this summer for some reason. And we don't. And the players we could sell, we don't have we're not going to get a lot for them, especially if the likes of Cardalo's go for 400k. How much do you think Isaac Hayden's going to go for? Or someone of that calibre? Not a bloody lot. So, absolutely stinking. And then Brighton's third goal, which I'm not going to fault Pope here, because it takes the deflection, and that's always hard to deal with. He's already started going to that right-hand side. Then he has to come back onto his left. It's a difficult one. I get that. But the defence, on the other hand, awful. Absolutely awful. What are they doing? They're not closing down. Shaw's lazy and just sticks the leg out and hopes for the best. Someone, anyone at all, can close that ball down. What I can gather from those two goals I've seen is our closing down was absolutely awful. Our press, I've heard, wasn't great. Something needs to change for the Brentford game, which is now on the Saturday instead of the Sunday. It's on the 16th because we're playing the Champions League game 3 days bloody after. Something needed to change though. We just needed to close down. That's all we needed to do. 2 of those goals would have probably not happened if we closed it down. The first one wouldn't have happened if Nick Pope could distribute like a normal person. I've seen someone say we should sign De Gea, which doesn't solve the problem at all. He's just as bad with his distribution. So let's not sign De Gea as a free agent, because that would be awful. That doesn't improve anything. It makes me want to cry, actually. So let's not. Oh, but we did score. Callum Wilson scored, so I think we could possibly see him start soon, because someone's going to have to start instead of Isak, because Isak hasn't played fantastic in that game. And hopefully Miggy gets benched soon, because I saw him create that right foot chance, but I don't know what else happened. I do still think he needs benched. But yes, we scored that goal from a Sean Longstaff assist, if you can call it that. He just booted the ball and hoped for the best. Good on him. Good on him. He got there. He got to the right place. And then it looked like Brighton had turned off. So Wilson had one of the easiest finishes I've ever seen him do. All he has to do is slightly work off a defender. And he does that pretty easily, and then just lazily hits it. Because what is the point at that point in the game? We're finished. There's no point. From what I can tell, that game was very lazy from us. Towards the end, Brighton became lazy because they could afford to, because we were playing that bad. So, the bit you're all waiting for, the best bit of these game reviews, is the BS review. The S decided not to watch the game, the loser. So we've got the B review. And he watched the entire game, so you can actually get a sense of what actually happened and the opinions. I haven't looked at these yet, so I don't actually know what he said. And he's also given the man of the match. So the coveted crown goes to the player of his choice today. Because again, I watched the first half hour. So we started well for the first 3 minutes, but all Brighton after that, which, yeah, it was. It was. Isak looked like the only person that was going to create a chance for us. Apart from Gordon, I only seen 3 chances created. One from Tonali, one from Isak, one from Gordon. That was all I really seen. So Isak sounds like he had an alright game. Probably not an alright game, but like if you had to pick someone to have an alright game, probably Isak. Target does not look up to scratch. Defence is nowhere near the levels compared to when Botman was there. Can't wait for him to be back in the team. Yes, after the Brentford game, I think is when he's meant to be back for. And we're playing Target over Hall, which I think is mental. I think we should be playing Hall. If we're playing an out-and-out left-back, why aren't we playing Hall? Or why aren't we starting Livermore and moving Trips to the other side? Two things we could have done. Just... What's the point in Target? He feels like a waste of space. He's probably gone next summer. I don't think there can't be a way that he stays at the club and gets regular game time, because he has been awful. He's honked in yesterday's game, clearly. He's been honking before that. I don't wish Dan Burn to play left back, but if it means we don't have to watch Target play, because he's like Dan Burn except smaller, so offers nothing in the air. Honking, lad. Honking. We are lucky Brighton didn't convert more chances created from our defensive errors. Could have lost by more. fantastic, because that's what you want to hear. Great. It's crazy. Anyways, so man of the match for yesterday's game goes to Alexander Isak, because he looked the most dangerous going forwards, and he offered the most, pretty much. Great. I don't know. He gets his crown. Lovely stuff. I'm sure I'll be happy with that. Honking game. We'll move on to the next one against Brentford after the international break. As I say, it's been moved to the Saturday now, 5:30 kickoff. Because of the Champions League draw, we're playing on the 19th, which is the Wednesday. No, the Tuesday. It's the Tuesday, not the Wednesday. Hence why the games had to move. Yeah. I'll bring something to you in the international break. I don't know what. I'm sure I'll be complaining about something else. We'll probably see what Newcastle players are doing during their international games. Oh, Rangers should have scored. I've got the Rangers Celtic game on the background. Just something on so I don't cry. Absolutely honking. Hopefully we pick up by Brentford. Get some training done for the players. Oh, he's way offside as well. Get some training done for the players who aren't away on international duty. I don't know what needs to change. I've got a feeling we might have to see Sean Longstaff step back into the side. Maybe as a number 6. Who knows? Maybe Sean Longstaff's the answer to our number 6 worries. And I've been wrong about him this whole time. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Not me at all. That's why I sit here complaining to myself. Lovely stuff. Anyways, that's it. As I say, I'll bring you something in the international break, I'm sure. Not sure what. And then we've got the Brentford game, and then the AC Milan game, and then, what is it? Sheffield, and then City in the Cup, and then Burnley. What a month this is going to be. Sound. In a bit, pal.